Hi everyone, today a video again about an LNG vessel, but it's not the one I made videos from before, because that was the steam powered LNG ship, which has 6 steam boilers that drive the ship. Today we're on in this one, the LNG carrier, which has 3 main engines that also run on gas. I guess they're using LNG also to the engines. So let me show exactly which vessel this is. And it's a LNG 301, and I've loaded initial state where the boiler already is running. So I'm going to every page from the start that you see the state of the vessel, and then we're going to move on because I make some progress in this vessel after months of struggling. Let's go to the vessel now. Okay, here we are, and the simulator is paused at the moment, so we're going to first give you a rundown where we're at. So the first engine is running on diesel. The diesel engine is running. Nothing more about here. All 3 engines are in the remote mode, so they're controlled for the power that's needed. Second engine and third engine is on standby. It's ready to start. It has all the necessary fuel, air and lubrication. That's the exhaust. So the vessel is docked at the moment. I've already been able to propel it, but at the moment it is the main engine isn't running. Left starboard. We should have no blocking errors anymore. So we can start if we want to, but I'm not going to do this in this video. We're using diesel oil from the first service tank in the diesel generators via the first supply pump. The first service tank is at around 60%, so we're fine by that. Purification isn't needed at the moment. This will be the main part of video because I was very struggling to make any progress. And also the loading sequences or trying to start use the engines via gas instead of diesel, though this will be the most. But at the moment, as you see, we don't have any nitrogen, we don't have any control air, you also see in this alerts. Gas fuel, also a page that we will visit often in this video. I'll skip this one for now. Lubrications. Seawater cooling, normal setup. We're using the harbor pump and the first seawater pump. I guess I can shut down this one as we don't have any need of much cooling at the moment. So seawater cooling the first freshwater cooler, the freshwater circuit, one freshwater pump and the heat exchanger, and everything is supplied with cooling water. Everything about this one I see now. So I'm going to unpause the video and open this valve. So also that generator can be cooled if needed. At the moment we're running the first engine. You see the temperature 88 degrees, set point of 85. We have all cooling provided if needed. Freshwater system, nothing much going on here. Everything is up and running. We're using steam to heat up our water because we already have steam. So here when we are in the boiler, the boiler is only the auxiliary boiler is running, as we don't have the main engines running to use the exhaust gas. We are using the first service tank with diesel oil, as said before, fire the first fuel pump, and we have a steady flame and a pressure of 7 bar. Nothing much going on over here, I don't think so. Burning is running in auto mode. Second fuel pump is on standby, and we have the pressure and the water level is also. These pumps should be in auto mode. Let's see if I can do that. Apparently not. Let's go to the parameters. Control mode is in auto mode, so it should be okay. Feed water, we were here, got well, hot well 75%. Two feeder pumps should be turning on automatically, but we are on a high level. I'm not quite sure how I get in this situation that I have so much water in my boiler, but there's not much a problem at the moment. Steam main valve is completely open, and the excess steam is condensed in the atmospheric condenser that has freshwater cooling going on. It isn't visualized. So the condenser is going back to the hot well, and this is the first circuit. This second one, as I said, the economizers from the exhausts. I could use the first one, I guess, as the engine is running on diesel and should provide some heat, but I'm not using that at the moment. We were, sorry about that. We were at the steam part, the steam page. It's going very slow at the moment. So steam is used for all the necessary systems to heat up the water. You see here we don't use any purification. Not anything special over here. Air compressors, two main vessels, and the emergency vessel is filled at a normal level. I do see that the two air compressors, they are in auto mode, but they are continuous going on, and you see there is an overpressure valve going open, so I'm not sure why this is, but they are turning on if we have enough pressure. On the consumer side, surface air vessel is also filled and is used for these two systems, the deck system and the surface air system. We also have a reducer over here. I should open this valve also for the very important horn. Another circuit that it goes to an air dryer and the control air vessel and to the control air systems. And then the one on the bottom is going to these pages that we will visit also in this video. These are the normal air distribution page. The quick valve, closing valve in an emergency situation. We have a reserve over here to use it if needed. The bench and the switch I'm going to skip. The air compressor I'm going to quick show it. I don't know if it's already in this vessel simulated because I don't have that panel here and I don't have any power, but we're surely going to back over here. All the breakers, I'm going to skip those. Nothing special going on over here. Emergency generator is running at the moment. Can't figure out why that is because it is in remote mode and we are in harbor mode. And we do have power from the main engine, so I guess it should be able to shut down. Must do something wrong on this part. You see the bus tie is closed, so we're providing main power. The emergency bus is provided with the main power bus. Some breakers. So I'm going to skip to the power system. As you see, the emergency breaker is open as we're providing power from the main bus. So I guess the emergency diesel generator should be able to auto shut down, but it doesn't do that, it keeps running. As you see, we're at the moment we're using the first generator and the first main generator. They are switching, I think. Some other one will start up automatically and the first one will shut down. I guess that's for wear and tear purposes that they are switching over. We also have the power management system over here, where you also see the first one is running. The second one will be using diesel. Okay, I'm not quite sure why what's the difference between diesel and backup. Of course, gas, we don't have any gas at the moment. That's the main reason for this video. But I guess the third one is on backup at the moment. Not quite sure. So these are all breaker panels. Bridge. You see the first one and second one. First and third one is in backup mode, and the second one is in diesel mode. Let's revisit the panel that we were. First and third one is in backup mode, and the second one is in diesel mode. Yeah, okay. Engine control panel. Not much going on over here. Okay, that's we're closing now with where I was stuck for a long time. The tanks are completely empty. So I've did some research, and the first thing that you should do if you want to fill up the tanks is inert them to make sure there is no flammable gas and also no oxygen in it. That can provide for very dangerous situations if you fill them with liquid gas. But of course, to fill them with inert gas, we need to have nitro oxygen. And I was very much struggling to start the nitro oxygen. This is this page system, because as you see, the screen is complete blank, and whatever you try to do, nothing's really happening. First I thought it wasn't simulated, but now I figured out my error. But first of all, let's see what's going on this page. A lot of systems and subsystems. So on this right part, we have the nitrogen generating room. And there are two pipelines going out of here. The top one, this is going to a nitrogen buffer vessel. I guess these two should be connected, but there isn't a line drawn. The top one is also using to inert the domes, the big tanks over the vessel, and provide nitrogen to the other subsystems, including the main engines, to inert these one before using gas. Then I have a second line that goes to these four hold space tanks. Not quite sure what that is about. I've read that these domes can be sometimes have two ones, I would like to say, where there is an oxygen between nitro oxygen between it for safety reasons. Maybe that's the system. Also nitro oxygen going into the engine room to some other things I haven't figured out. So going back to the generator room, we have seawater going in. I guess here, because page 40 is the seawater cooling page, but there isn't any link to where we were. We are on page 195. I don't see any link to it, so I'm not quite sure if I need to open something. but I guess this is seawater going in and out to provide some cooling. Then we have a nitro oxygen and dry air generator. This is provided with pressure from this page. So we're starting here on the bottom right, our generator. This valve is open, going back. We don't have any flow, but we do have pressure from page 55. This is again bottom right. So we have pressure to go to this page, to this page, and we do have pressure already here. So now, why was this page, or is this page blank and we can't use it? I finally figured it out that we have two switch panels that were off. Cargo switch panel number 1. So we're going to turn that one on. Just going to look if that does it. We have also a number 2. Yeah, you see that already does it. But also we have a cargo switch panel number 2. And I'm also closing this breaker to providing power to other parts. So as you see now, the display is going is lighted up. So now we can start generating nitro oxygen. I guess this is the complete process that you see starting. So if I'm you see alerts at the moment. Yeah, we don't have any nitro oxygen. Let's acknowledge these 3 alerts and stop the buzzer. Okay, let's start the nitro oxygen. Last time, let's select how much we want. 79%, so that's left 3% O2. At the moment it's at 20. Starting air, guess that is from this page. We first need to start this one up. Yes, okay. See, if you click on a valve, it shows what's the symbol meaning, and a gotcha was if you want to close this legend, you have this here an accept button. So now this valve is opened and we have some pressure from the starting air. Going back to the N nitrogen, let's see if I can start this one up now. Didn't struggle with it last time. I think I also should have put it on delivery mode. Don't have any pressure in my system at the moment. Did I do something wrong? Let's go back to the first pages. So we have the compressor page where water and glycerol, which is a very good heat exchanger. I think I have to set this up first one to provide cooling to some stuff. So we have a reservoir of here of water glycerol. Let's follow the lines. First pump. Going down here, we can heat it with an electrical heater, I think. But the main circuit, let's complete the main circuit over here. First heat exchanger, and it's going to back to that line and all the subsystems. So now I can start this pump, and we do have there's no pressure and pressure 6 bar, and then we can use these subsystems. And also provided for these heat barriers. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to open these. I think these are also always drain valves. So I'm going to leave this one closed. That should do it, I guess, for the compressor page. Vaporizing, also the same thing over here. Let's follow. We can exchange some heat. I'm heating up with steam. Going over here, going there, and the force vaporizer. Yeah, starting that pump. So we do have pressure in this part also. Going back to the nitro generator. Don't think I used to start there before. Let's stop that one. And can we start this one up now? Yeah, okay. So now you see the first valve is opening at the moment, because yellow is valve is moving. It's green, so this valve is open. And you see each valve will start opening now if the correct value is reached. So we now you see have enough pressure over here, and you see the OG the oxygen is dropping in the system, as we want 79% net nitro oxygen when it's below 3%. Right now this valve is opening, and you see we have now a flow in our two main lines and to the buffer. So now we can use the nitro oxygen in these systems. These will for later, but these are the main systems to the engines. That's page 23. So we have 3 times the same diagram here for our 3 engines. First, let's provide them with pressure air, control air for pressurizing and manipulating the valves. So this all the 3 engines now have control air. You also see that. Let's go to the second engine, for example. That's the same line. That's the same valve we just opened to actuate these valves. So normally we should have one alert cleared. So now let's see for the nitro oxygen. At the moment we just open this valve, but we don't have nitro oxygen provided because this is this way to go. So from the main line over here, we have a flow over here going to pressure of 8, and you see also the pressure of 8 bar and these engines now, and that's that line over here. We also have pressure in these systems. Not quite sure what these doing. And you also have here 3 main master valves. Let's check they are all on auto. I guess you don't see the pop-up. There's a very small pop-up window that you can see if they are on auto of manual mode. Excuse me. So let's open these valves from the gas system. And let's check it out where we are. We have pressure air, we have nitrogen. Let's close this valve, open this valve also. Nitrogen going in here. So you see instrumental pressure air 6 bar. That's okay. We have now inert gas. Quite confusing that they don't use the same colors. That's this one. And the gas inlet line, the yellow line at the bottom. So we can inert the engine, manual inerting with this button. You see now these valves have changed positions to let in the nitro oxygen in the main fuel line, I guess, and to purge the chambers and the main engine. Once started, I think it's an automatic process. I don't know, I don't see a way to follow up on that. Just waiting, I guess. You see, I still have here one alert. Inert gas pressure is low, and I do have pressure now. You see, the valves have closed, so the inerting process is done. I'm not sure why I still have this error. Doesn't get away with acknowledgement. Which I didn't explain before, or we have here the two exhaust fans, the controls for it. So I've put them in auto mode and locally. If I put one in manual mode, I can start the exhaust fan. But of course, then I cannot automatically start the engine anymore because I'm in manual mode now. So let's stop it and put it in auto mode again. So I still have this inert gas pressure that is low. Not quite sure how that why that is. Let's see the gas supply system where we were before. Maybe I should also go back to the page that said what fuel we were providing. That was, let me think, power management system. Yes. Let's experiment with the second engine. So I want to put it on gas, but gas is still blocked. Let's first put it in backup state. Can I now switch to gas? No. Why is the gas still most fuel still blocked? And if we go to the other visualization of the second engine, yeah, this one while now we're searching is the mirroring gas. Maybe I should turn something off or switching a mode over here. Let's see, overview, temperatures, alerts, can I acknowledge someone? Log. No, not really. The engine is and fuel mode is backup. Yes, I want to change the fuel mode to gas. I put it in locked mode. Engine is stopped. Yes. Not really. This is the marine gas in dark red, and we have yellow line from fuel gas system, page 20. We don't have any pressure in the yellow line. Maybe this is a second, that's confusing, 1, 3, 2, okay. If I cut off the diesel to this engine, going back, is that the trick to put it in gas mode? We also have page 20 over here, this valve. Quite complex scheme. Page 20, or the old 20. Sorry about that. First engine is going to 20, second engine is also going to 20. Yeah, okay, they didn't adjust the number, I guess. We were on the second engine. We have no pressure in the gas line. And you see we also have pressure inert gas is also null bar. That's kind of strange because we do have pressure. Should I turn something on over here? We don't have any gas in the system. Yes, that's quite the problem. 173. 173. Yeah, I want to put that on gas. Mm. Second, that's the feed line, gas feed line from the second engine. Going over here, going to, I guess this is the main storage tank, fuel gas buffer. This 6, pressure of 6, should we, it's also going to and from the compressor on page 24. Guess we have to do something over here. We were on page 23. 23, so these two lines from and to the compressor. Let's figure that one out. Do we have compressors? Okay, we have power. We also, this panel on power before I turned on the cargo breaker. So we have alerts and P1 1101 and 1201. Suction pressure, I guess, heavy, high. Let's try to accept the alert. Okay. So what we have over here, two lines that go to and from page where we were, just from to and from the buffer. Gas fuel from two compressors, port side and starboard side compressors. I guess that was these two. Let's follow that one. Let's go both going to page 23. Okay, and these are the two ones that go from it. That one going down over here and going some after cooler. Yeah, better going to the other way, I guess. Some coolers that are these coolers that we provided cooling from. Yeah, that's circuit, primary circuit is set up. If we call this the second one circuit, going into the cooler, going out to the cooler, going over here, going up, going, okay. Let's follow this line, going down over here. Starboard side compressor. This is a bypass to page 185 to venting and draining. Okay, guess I understand that one. Compressor, also an inlet cooler, cooling before and cooling after. This going to many sides. This is one is a bypass. Okay. Second part is going down here, and this one is going down here as an automatically release valve, I think. Going also in this drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oats. That one was a bypass oat. That one was oat. It's going in. Yes, and it's going to page 158 again. That should be the intake. Kind of struggling. This is a compressor. It's going to this drum. This drum has pressure. It also already had pressure. If I open this valve, going down 195. Okay. There's nitrogen going in here to inert it. So we have a compressor. We're looking at the starboard side at the moment. Very nice, there is an indication for that. Let's try to start it. If we start this one or that one, I don't know. 14, 24, yeah. And the alerts to see it's that one. Fuel harsh production is going on, but we also have a lot of alerts. So I'm going to need to figure out this part first, I guess. It's going fuel gas return to tank from buffer. All the same pages. And that is only going on one line. You can the buffer vessel, you can empty buffer vessel to the buffer tank, I guess, and to the from the main tanks you fill the buffer vessel, then you can compress it. Makes sense. 24. I think I'm going to need a little bit more study time with this part. I was very pleased with myself. I have finally figured out how to make nitro oxygen. If needed, if you want to have less oxygen in the system, you can switch to the 98%. So you will see the oxygen will drop below 2%. But I will need more time to figure out this part to make the gas ready to burn in our main engine. So I'm going to leave you guys on that note with the progress I've made. Bye.